There is a tree that contains more calcium than milk, more iron than spinach, more vitamin C than oranges. All on a single branch. Its leaves taste like green tea kissed with pepper. One handful outperforms a $40 supplement bottle. Ancient healers called it the tree of immortality. The supplement industry calls it nothing, because what cannot be bottled and branded is better left forgotten. This is the story of Moringa. The supplement industry generates $177 billion annually selling you isolated nutrients from processed capsules. Moringa cannot be patented. It cannot generate recurring purchase cycles. So they made sure you never learned its name. Welcome to Hidden Herbcraft. Before we open this vault, if these stories matter to you, the best way to preserve this wisdom is simple. Subscribe, hit the bell, and share these vaults with those who need to remember what we forgot. The archive opens in the Indus Valley in 2000 BCS. Ayurvedic physicians grind moringa leaves into a fine green paste. They call it shugru, the plant that moves like an arrow through the body. Sanskrit medical texts, the Charaka Samhita, document over 300 conditions it treats. Inflammation, malnutrition, failing eyesight, infected wounds. These physicians do not theorize, they observe. Generations of clinical use are already behind them. Across the Arabian Peninsula, Ptolemaic Egyptians press moringa seed oil, back oil, to preserve food in desert heat. Roman soldiers carry it in campaign rations. Meanwhile, across Africa, the Hausa of northern Nigeria are feeding it to nursing mothers for over 1,000 years, calling it zogal. Every culture that touches it keeps it. Time's Moringa oleifera grows 20 feet in a single year. Its leaves are small, round, brilliant jade, clustered like living rosaries along feathery branches. The taste: clean, bright, slightly bitter, like a spinach leaf that matured in a forest. It self-seeds. It regrows after cutting. It refuses to stop. In 1943, Bengal is starving. The British wartime administration has diverted rice stocks. 3 million people die. In isolated villages beyond the supply lines, something else is happening. Families strip moringa branches, boiling leaves into a thin green broth. Mothers press seeds for cooking oil. Children eat raw pods, tender as green beans. These villages survive while neighboring towns collapse entirely. Aid workers document it. The reports are filed, then quietly ignored. 20 years later, in drought-stricken Niger, UNICEF nutritionists arrive to find children dying from acute malnutrition. One local Hausa woman is already treating them with dried moringa leaf powder mixed into millet porridge. Her children have no signs of deficiency. The UNICEF team documents the dosage. The results are immediate. Months later, moringa appears in no government nutrition program. Not one. The reports exist. The action does not. Hunger, it turns out, is a more profitable emergency than its solution. Here are the numbers. 100 grams of dried moringa leaf powder contains 27 grams of protein, 9 times the iron of spinach, 15 times the potassium of bananas, 17 times the calcium of milk, 12 times the vitamin C of oranges. A 2020 study from Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health confirmed moringa's bioavailability rivals pharmaceutical-grade supplements. A 2018 study in the Journal of Food Science and Technology documented significant reductions in fasting blood glucose in diabetic patients. It heals degraded soil through nitrogen fixation. It grows on 6 inches of annual rainfall. It requires no fertilizer, no pesticide, no annual seed purchase. Folk medicine validated by science. So why does the USDA's own extension office still list it as an ornamental curiosity? Nestlé holds patents on specific Moringa extract formulations for infant formula, not the tree. The extraction process, enough to control commercial deployment. Bayer and Syngenta have no herbicide product optimized for Moringa cultivation, which means no recurring chemical sales cycle attached to it. Cargill's global grain infrastructure has no Moringa supply chain, which means no margin. It cannot be owned. It cannot create farmer dependency. No annual seed purchase, no nitrogen fertilizer contract, no machinery lease, no post-harvest processing monopoly. A single Moringa tree produces usable leaf within 60 days of planting and continues producing for 20 years. A crop that feeds families for 2 decades without permission is dangerous to systems built on annual dependency. The supplement industry sells Americans $177 billion worth of isolated nutrients every year. Moringa makes that purchase unnecessary. Not inconvenient, unnecessary. That distinction costs it everything. The Philippines never forgot. They call it malunggay and add it to everything. Soups, rice, infant weaning foods. In India, Tamil households keep a Moringa tree in every courtyard. In Ethiopia, shifra appears at every communal meal. Half the world never forgot. The other half was taught to poison it. Now it is returning. Farmers markets, permaculture networks, aid organization field guides. Slowly, defiantly. Climate change is arriving with drought, heat, and collapsing yield curves. The crops feeding 8 billion people were bred for stability. That stability is ending. Moringa survives 48 degrees Celsius heat, uses 1/3 the water of corn, grows in dead, eroded soil. It was born in chaos. Think about the Bengali mother in 1943. She did not invent Moringa. She remembered it. Perennial, self-seeding, waiting. The tree does not need industrial permission to grow. It does not need a supply chain. It does not need a patent holder. We did not lose Moringa, we just forgot it. Remembered. If this vault opened something for you, subscribe to Hidden Herbcraft and hit the bell. Every like and every share preserves what they tried to erase. The next vault opens soon.